Well, hello there, friends. So today, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be featuring 5 of some of my favorite videos that I think that you need to watch. So this morning, I was talking to my wife, and I said, you know what? I don't really have an idea for my video this week. So she gave me the idea. She says, well, why don't you do, one of your 5 favorite videos? And I said, okay, that's a great idea. So what I thought I would ask you is if you have any ideas for videos, something that you would like to see, put it down here in the comments. And you know what? I'm going to start making a list of some of the things that my viewers want to see. You know, it's usually me making a video of something that I'm doing at the moment or whatever. But you know what? If you have questions or you'd like to see some kind of video about something that I haven't done already, go back and look at my videos. Make sure I don't already have one, okay? But put it down in comments what you would like to see. So, with that said, here we go. Video number 1. Hello there, everybody. Well, this is officially my first video for this channel. Just started the channel last night. Said I have 0 views and 0 subscribers as of now, which is May of 2021. So what I'm doing here is I've always kind of guarded my secrets as far as technique goes, doing auto upholstery. Been doing it now for 41 years, started in 1980. And along the way, I've learned a lot. Nobody taught me anything that I know. I had to learn it all myself. So talk about not reinventing the wheel. What I'm doing is I'm giving you the opportunity, if you subscribe to my channel, there's going to be a lot of videos coming. And I have a working shop here, so every day I'm doing something different. When something special does happen, I'll be sure to point it out. So that way you can hit your reverse, rewind button and view it again. Maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times. I really have 41 years experience. And my friends, this is something you can't buy. This is something you pay for with this time in your life. As of right now, I have 48 5-star reviews on Google Maps. I don't have any 1, 2, 3, or 4-star reviews. They're all 5 stars. And I always told myself that if I had somebody working for me, I wouldn't have those 5 stars. Really, this upholstery is 10% knowledge. And 90% of the upholstery is technique. And technique is only something that you can learn over time. Okay, you're making mistakes. You know how material stretches. This is what you do, and it's kind of like that in all trades. So now would be a really good time to hit that like button. So like. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Video number 2. Well, hello there, friends. So today, what we're going to be talking about how to never, ever, 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 never, ever give up. If this is what you wanted to do as upholstery, or anything else in your life, it could be anything, okay? And not just upholstery, but today we're talking about upholstery. Just to never give up. Today, I would like to be able to share with you some of my experiences. Well, when I first started out, doing upholstery, it was kind of like a job. So, I started out when I was really young, and it was a job, and for me, it was a way to make some money, and I didn't think too much about it at the time, about getting better or, being the best or anything like that. I was just doing a job, just like probably a lot of other people do when they start out a job when they're young. So I started out with my first job working for my uncle at his upholstery shop. I'd go there after school. And then after that, when I went out on my own several years later and moved to another state, another city, had a young family, and I had bought my first home, and I started working for another company out in that state, and it was a more serious job. It was a production job, so it was a really busy upholstery shop and well known in the area. So there was plenty of work there. So we were doing a lot of convertible tops, a lot of vinyl tops, back in the 70s and 80s. So I was doing a whole bunch of that. And, when you're tied to a job, you kind of feel like you have to be there, right? So, you do your best. Maybe things don't work out, or you find another opportunity or something like that. So you move on. So a few years pass, and then I'm, getting interested in old classic cars. So that's where my interest was at the time. So I seeked and I found a better job, which paid much better. Several times better, because it was restoring old classic cars, and not just any classic cars, but these were like the top of the top, the best of the best. I'm talking Pebble Beach, and I'm talking, during this time I did a car for the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles. So we were doing the Duesenbergs and the Cords and the V12 Auburns and the V16 Cadillacs, the V12 Packards. Some really exciting stuff, but then again, it was still a job. It was paying well, and I was there for a year or two, and things, you want to advance in life, right? And so even though that could have been a dream job for anybody, probably for a lifetime, I wanted to start improving myself. So after this time, I thought, okay, well, I'm making all this money for this guy, even though he's paying me pretty good. He's keeping like 80% of the profit, right? Yeah, he's got his business, he's got his overhead, all that. But you know what? I'm the one that's performing the work. And so without me, he wasn't making that. So I thought, I'm going to go ahead and go out on my own again. I had before, when I was younger, gone out on my own, but this is another time I decided to go out on my own again. Okay, so I'm out on my own again, and I'm making more money. I'm gaining my own clients, and I'm starting to build a reputation. So now, with my newly built reputation doing old classic cars, and some of the clients that I had was like Craig and Nellie Jackson of the Bear Jackson Auto Auctions in Scottsdale, Arizona. Also, I did about 40 cars in the Clive Cussler Automotive Collection in Golden, Colorado, as well as did about 40 old Ferraris for Drew Alcazar of the Russo and Steele Auto Auctions in Scottsdale, Arizona. I did several cars, old classics, for Zach Brinkerhoff. He was an oil billionaire at the time. He was in his 80s, back in the 1995 era. So anyway, here I am doing some very important cars, of which you can also see on my website at rudolphsupholstery.com. Okay, you'll see 44 years of my work there. Okay, so here I am. Video number 3. Hello, my friends. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. What I'm showing you here is a car that I came across that I did some work on. Actually, I did the interior on this car. I duplicated the original upholstery in this car during the restoration while I worked for Lon Kruger at Sun Valley Classics in Scottsdale, Arizona, around about 1998 or 1999. So take a look at this. This is a one car sitting in the Peterson Museum in Los Angeles, California. And I guess it's part of my legacy, I think. This car will probably be around a very long time. So it's a 1954 Plymouth Explorer Idea car. It's a car built by Ghia in Italy.
One thing I'd like to point out here, and I hope that you notice, right there where you see the seat welt, the black seat welt on the backrest, you can see where it looks a little rough right there. What you're actually seeing is a hand stitch. It's not sewn on the machine, so it's actually a hand stitch. And the reason it looks like that is because I duplicated exactly what it was when the car was new from the factory. So I duplicated what was original. That's the reason for that, and that's why I wanted to point that out. As you can see, the seats and the luggage in the back is the original factory photos.
Video number 4. What we're looking at here is an all original interior from 1927. So this is the original mohair. So I have perfect patterns to duplicate the original, which is what I'm going to be doing. So this one here is beat up pretty good. It's weathered. What was that? Oh, that's my finger. Okay. So anyway, I'm getting ready to strip these seats down because I'm gonna pull off all the material and give the customer back the seat frames. That way he can do whatever prep work he wants to do on the seat frames before I put the new covers on. And I also got some material samples for him to choose from, so he'll be making those choices also. So I'm going to start tearing it apart. I'm just now documenting how all this here is coming apart, so that way I know how it goes back together. So I always take a bunch of pictures, so that way I have something to refer back to. And it'll go back together the way it's supposed to. No guessing. Something occurred to me as I was taking this apart was whoever it is that put these tacks in that I'm removing now, they put these in almost 100 years ago. And just a little amazing to me. So that was pretty bad. It was pretty nasty, very dusty. That's why I was working outside here, because it was pretty bad. But I got it done. Now for tip number 2145. What I'm doing now is I'm cutting out a cross section of the seat cover here so that I can get an accurate measurement on how far I need to space out the pleats. So I'm going to finish cutting this out and take it apart. I'll be able to lay it flat and take my measurement. So this is what I've got so far. Video number 5. Well, hello there, friends. So today I'm going to be telling you something maybe you don't know. And if you do, that's okay too. So here we go. So I've gotten a lot of comments about how do I charge for something, or how much do I charge for something. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to try to let you in on some secrets and some advantages and some things to give you confidence to turn a hobby into money. Or you can also go the other way around. Take the money and turn it into a hobby, but that's totally up to you. So the first rule of any business, anywhere, should be, we love capitalism, don't we? Is to charge as much as you can, which is called charging as much as the market will bear. So what that means is, if you think that you know what something might cost to have it done, or you want to charge your customer, is you go up on your price. That's the huge secret here. And a lot of people, you wouldn't believe it, but they don't have the confidence to do that. So what I'm telling you is that if you think that you're going to be charging $100 for something, you know what? Throw out $125. And you might surprise yourself. And I'll tell you what, my prices have doubled in about the last year. I'm laughing about that now because I can't really believe it, because I put this into practice. I had my menu in my head. Whenever somebody called me, they'd say, "Oh, how much for this convertible top?" or "How much for the seat repair?" And it was like me looking at a menu at McDonald's, right? You see the price up there. But then I stopped doing that, and I'm glad that I did. And I'm here to give you this advice. So, people, they have a different value of money. Okay, what you think might be expensive is not going to be expensive to somebody else, and vice versa. Okay, you might, just yesterday, I gave what I thought was, a pretty decent price on a motorcycle seat, and it was way too much for the guy. He's like, "Oh no, I can't do that, I can't do that." And then later on, the lady, she came by and she dropped off some patio cushions, and I'll tell you what, I threw it out there. I said, "Okay, this is my price," and for me, it's like an astronomical price, and I thought it was kind of high. I know it was really high. So I give her the price, and she's like, "Oh, okay, I just won't tell my husband about it." So I'm like, yeah. So score, right? So this is what you got to do, is throw out. Well, until next time, we'll see ya.